As winter fell in 1202, the Venetian conquest of Zara was complete. Pope Innocent III threatened to excommunicate the whole of the crusade for this fratricidal attack. But Boniface de Montferrat, who had returned from Rome just in time to witness the victory, had already provided a reason for him to stay his hand. During his visit, de Montferrat had a discussion with his cousin, Philip of Swabia. Philip introduced him to the young Alexius Angelus IV, son of the Byzantine Emperor Isaac Angelus II. Alexius IV told of a power struggle in his homeland of Constantinople. His uncle, Alexius III, had usurped the throne in 1195 after gouging out Isaac II's eyes and leaving him to rot in a jail. Having heard of the Crusade's great debt to Venice, Alexius IV made Boniface a rather interesting proposition. He would pay the Venetians, provided that the Crusaders help him reclaim the Byzantine throne and free his imprisoned father. The Venetians, who had been in open conflict with the Byzantines for 20 years, were pleased by Alexius IV's proposition. Indisposed to fight other Christians despite the attack on Zara, the high barons were convinced by the Catholic clergy that the Orthodox Byzantines were just as great a threat as the Muslim forces that now occupied Jerusalem. Truth be told, the crusading army had become little more than a legion of mercenaries, ready to sell itself to the highest bidder. Heavily in debt, unable to continue its quest to Jerusalem without support, the crusade seemed more than ever a shadow of its once pious intentions. When spring arrived, the Crusaders set out for Constantinople and arrived in July 1203 at the foot of the city's battlements. As for my son, his skills as a warrior were tested and proven in the previous battle. The High Baron saw fit to entrust him with a modest squadron of his own.
I have the strangest sense of déjà vu, Dance.
Everything is going to be fine, just like last time.
Remind me again, why are we here and not in Jerusalem?
We are assisting the son of an emperor to reclaim his city. You need not tell me what you think of that.
The more progress we make, the more guilty we become, Dance. All this has very little to do with the Lord's word anymore. And that's to say nothing of de Montferrat and his schemes. But hey, as long as there's gold to be had, I guess. And thanks to your promotion, that gold is going to be more accessible than ever.
It appears that the Esteban I know is back. But you do realize that I didn't accept this promotion for gold, right? Besides, I never expected a military promotion to be a problem for you. You're not jealous, are you?
If you are talking about my new tunic, it is only so I look less conspicuous next to you. After all, I don't want people to judge you by your company. And frankly, it's a beautiful cross, isn't it?
It's perfect. It's about as righteous as you are.
I'd like to see you draw a better cross with a brush soaked in pig's blood.
You know, Esteban, there is something dark behind all this, and I want to unmask it. We'll see this through to the end.
I am your shadow, Templar the Bend. A shadow that owes you his life.
All of you, listen to me. For those who don't know me, I am the Templar, Dens de Vale. I was given command of this detachment on the orders of the High Baron, Lord Boniface de Montferrat. He will obey my voice as though it were his. Yes, Templar de Vale!
That was easy, wasn't it?
Our mission is as follows. When the frontal assault begins, we will bypass the Great Wall. Our objective is to destroy their trebuchets and to push through to the rendezvous point, around the Golden Gate. We'll split into two groups. The first, led by Esteban, my right-hand man, will climb the battlement. And the other will stay with me on the bottom of the wall. Understood?
Understood, Lord!
Steel yourselves, Crusaders! We come alongside the shore!
trebuchets yet, Dens!
They must be close. George, try to stay together.
A trebuchet! Damn machina! Let's bring it down!
By the flames, Esteban, by the flames! You know what to do!
Well, maybe we should kill the soldiers protecting it before we try that! Hold them back!
Like it was forged yesterday.
One more trebuchet! Let's raise it!
Hell's fire shall serve us! Blasphemy or not,
Let's slaughter these fools! Die, invaders!
They shall die by our hands!
We'll be there soon, men! Stay with me!
The veil, my young friend.
What a monstrous gate. We're going to need an army of battering rams just to break it down.
This gate has protected the inner city from assaults for centuries, but today it will give, with or without a battering ram. A ram is nothing compared to the weapon at our disposal. DeBale!
My lord, you wish to set this gate ablaze in front of the entire army? Are you sure that's a good idea?
The enormity of our task leaves us little choice this time. We'll need to unify our strength. Alone, you could never hope to bring it down. But the four of us, together, we have the power.
So, finally see your handiwork.
Well, one can't lurk in the shadows forever. Soldiers, fall back! Batois, with me. Take position in front of the door.
Esteban, I know you don't like this idea. Boniface is right. We have to put our strength together this one time.
I suppose it's just a fancy door after all.
You see, my dear Baudois, what we are capable of with only four of us? Think of the possibilities after we have amassed an entire army.
I understand, my lord.
Bring up the battering ram and finish the task!
Let's get this over with, Esteban. The door must fall. Come on, warriors! Give it your all!
Why did it have to rain today of all days?
This brings back memories, doesn't it?
See, that fateful day is born anew.
Don't forget to take cover when you see arrows.
Take cover! Hombre, I'll say it again. I still don't want to die any more than you do.
Look out! It's raining arrows! Esteban, help me burn this hoarding down.
I'd love to, but we've got company.
Split up the chores then. Cover me while I burn it down. The way is blocked. I don't think that's quite what de Flandre had in mind.
What's to complain about? At least their reinforcements have stopped.
try not to make everything collapse on the gate this time.
Don't worry, hombre. I think staying alive is our first priority. Incoming!
Look out! It's raining arrows!
This crusade is a farce! I've got your back, people. Be quick! They brought friends of their own! My weapon broke!
Esteban, flank him! It's just a little beat up.
Everything collapsed again. Well, what can you do?
Wretched infidels, you are not worthy to walk on the dirt beneath your boots.
Who is this madman?
I am the warden of Constantinople. I am the champion of the Byzantine Empire. I am Tactikios Lente, and I will break you all.
Champions of Colosseums, not battlefields.
Indeed, this is no playground, friend.
Damned invaders, you will pay for your impudence. Blood.
He is blessed by the heavens, Esteban. Our curse as we know it belong to hell.
Then how do we defeat him?
Your
They are born.
I will purify your soul. Sword and your fate, and you will find what you have come for.
Coward! You're not escaping us!
You are a mighty force indeed, trespassers.
Master Tatakios, let us cover your retreat. Do not dishonor yourself with an unfair fight.
Be wary, Varanians. They are much stronger than they seem, but no matter. The walls of the Yeticule will halt their advance. Templar, we will meet again. You do not belong to hell.
Destroy you all! Kill them all! The sea will run this column!
You fight like your mothers!
All right, ready when you are.
Wretch, how dare you?
Quite a reception! Those would have gone straight through my doublet!
Yes, I'm afraid we're going to have trouble going through them.
Well, if there's one thing I have learned over the years, it's when you can't win, leave! So much for honor!
C'est la vie. Honor has made more dead men than it has made victors.
Which side are we supposed to run along, Deds? We don't have that many options!
How many times must I tell you? Searching your soul might open up more options? Like it was forged yesterday. Rather worn out. Let's be careful.
The usurper, Alexius III, both a traitor and a coward, took fright and ran away at the first sight of the crusading army. Alexius IV took advantage of the empty throne and reclaimed it, sharing power with his blinded father, Isaac II. As the Crusaders awaited their contractual payment of 200,000 marks, they settled into the Latin district of the city. Time passed. Days succeeded days, weeks to weeks, and months to months. Dens, my son, while waiting for the crusade to rediscover its purpose and set sail for Jerusalem, investigated de Montferrat's deeds. Esteban made friends easily, and his shrewd bartering offered him and Dens a comfortable way of life. Alas, the information they sought kept slipping from their fingers. Despite de Montferrat's movements in Constantinople, the nature of his actions remained clandestine. It was clear that de Montferrat was looking for something, but the High Baron was too well guarded and Esteban had to keep his distance. Meanwhile, the relationship between the Crusaders and the Byzantines began to sour. The two factions could no longer dwell in the same city. Alexius IV negotiated for more time to gather their fee and settled them across the Bosporus in hopes of easing the mounting tension. In January 1204, a coup led by a man known as Merciful abruptly ended the agreement between the Crusaders and Alexius IV. Word reached the camp that Merciful had strangled Alexius IV, proclaimed himself Alexius V, and then killed Isaac II. With no means of going home, much less the funding to set out for Jerusalem again, the Crusaders and the Venetians turned their gaze on the wealth that Constantinople had to offer them. In the end, they decided to take possession of its splendor by force.
This machine is not going to lose its balance and fall right over. I mean, pretty high up here.
Oh, you mean to tell me that the agile and spry Esteban is afraid of heights? You should probably stop shaking, or you're going to miss all your shots.
An elite marksman such as I? Wasn't I there to help you win that tournament? You know, I'd wager the reason we were chosen for this mission is because de Villadois saw my perfect aim. He knows that when he needs a crossbow, I'm the man to shoot it.
So it's your fault we're on the front lines. I'll keep that in mind.
Hands! Archers! And they have flaming arrows!
We'll have to take them down quickly, Esteban.
Incoming!
Get down, Esteban! Their arrows are ablaze. Protect the siege tower.
Let's not give them enough time to shoot. Those archers are aiming for the tower!
What do you want me to say? Shoot them! We can't let that stuff hit us! This tower will go up like parchment!
¡Esos idiotas!
Ah, that was close. Remind me to knock some sense into them when we get back to the camp.
Did I remind you? We are on the same side? Very unfortunate, hombre. We'll never get down this way now.
Don't worry. Looks like they managed to destroy the central tower as well. Now the path on the other side will be clear.
Good. I hope they stop pounding us. We're not cattle.
Yet you are as sensitive as a Spanish cow.
Move.
Die, you dogs! Die, you dogs!
Archers, time for the crossbow.
The sea will run with your blood!
They shall die by our hands!
use would that be? Want to collect them and open a shop? This weapon is unusable. I have to get a new one. The next impact will break this weapon.
Excellent! My superior military strategy triumphs for us all, and the battlement is taken! Well done, soldiers!
His strategy, my eye. That bastardo almost got us crushed by his trebuchets.
Superior tactics indeed. I'm sure they'll name this courtyard after him. We'll see.
The courtyard, the plunder.
Great man, deserving of his place in history. He will be remembered for these shrubberies. Esteban, look, up there. It's Merciful, the man who started all this.
I think you're right. He's the murderer that de Montferrat is after. But how did you spot him from so far away?
I don't know, but it's strange. I can feel the damned. And if I was able to sense his aura from down here, it must mean he is a very powerful damned soul.
Well then, I guess we'll be walking into the furnace again. Stay on your toes, hombre. Look at them, running around like fools. If they only knew that Merciful is waiting up there in his garden, just a stone's throw away. Come on, Dens! Hold the more glory for us when we capture him!
The devious Esteban would fight for righteous glory? Are you now a lawless man of principles and honor?
Glory, honor, all of that. It's a bit abstract to me. All I know is that when glory shows up, gold usually follows. Ha ha ha!
Like it was forged yesterday.
There they are! Get them!
Die! Die!
Beautiful weapon. It shines.
draw you on!
Like it was forged yesterday. Your perception honors you, my friend. There are worse things coming from behind you. Beautiful weapon. It shines.
This crusade is advanced!
This is good as new. Help me lift that iron door, will you, Esteban?
How did you kill the most elite soldiers of our god?
Tell us which way Merciful went, and your life will be spared, friend. I swear it.
He's most likely in his palace. It doesn't matter anyway. If you continue on this path, that's where you will end up.
Hear me, then. You shall live to see tomorrow. I thought my offer was fair, but you don't seem to value your life.
This is madness!
No. This is the curse!
I've never seen you so angry, Dance. That was downright spark.
You have to tell me about it later.
I knew no simple Crusaders would make it this far. But Templars, you are another story. That is why I've prepared a most fitting reception.
You feel safe hiding behind the portcullis? It won't hold us for long.
Perhaps it won't, but them, oh, they'll keep you occupied. Occupied with your repentance.
We'll never get the gate open with all these souls after us.
Is there no end to those infernal wells? We'll be overwhelmed if we don't watch it.
You're right. We need to find a way to seal them. Maybe if we can make those domes fall. We have to destroy enough columns for the dome to collapse.
Voila! Closed like a brothel at noon. We can finally breathe.
Go! After them!
So much for that weapon. Come on! The portcullis! This way!
I can't wait to give that so-called Emperor proper bash. I'll show him what it means to be Imperial.
He fled, but not to worry. Won't get far.